welcome to the vlog. So today's a really exciting day. So I'm preparing for my first race. So tomorrow I'm doing a crit. It's a half-mile loop and we're going to be going for 30 minutes. So there's a lot of preparation that goes into a race. So we'll start with the bike. So this is pretty much how I have the bike set up day to day. So I've got my lights. I tend to go out early in the morning or kind of stay late. And if I come in late, I like to have my lights on. I've got a GoPro mount there, and then I also have just an old school computer. I always carry two water bottles when I'm out. During the race, I'm just going to be using the one. And then I always carry a frame pump when I'm out, and I'm going to get rid of that. And I also have the same rear light and then a saddlebag. It's got two tires, it's got a multi-tool. So I'm going to remove some of the excess things that you will not use in a race. So this is a half-hour race. If I get a puncture, I'm not going to have time to fix it. The GoPro mount, they may or may not let you run a GoPro. This one's not in like a very good spot, so like if you crash, you're going to end up slamming on it. So I don't want to risk it, and I'm not going to use it. We'll get footage another way. And then same with the thing with the lights. You're not going to need lights for these races. So let's get rid of those. So now the bike looks much more slimmed down. So you can see there's a lot less junk on the handlebars. I'm going to leave my little computer. I like to see the speed. That's pretty much the only thing it's good for. It also has like time on there. And I may or may not be wearing my heart rate monitor. I think I will. I usually wear a watch anyway. So it's really good for that. And then this is only a 20-ounce water bottle. I usually carry two 24s, but it's only a 30-minute race. I like having the smaller water bottle. You probably should be hydrated enough to do a 30-minute race without it. But I figure, well, I don't know. It's my first race. I don't really know. I did the course yesterday, and I drank quite a bit of water, so I'm going to keep it. And then I'm not going to remove the excess water bottle mount, nor am I going to remove the frame pump. It's just a hassle. If I lose because of that, I probably wasn't training hard enough. And you can see that the back here looks a lot more trimmed down. So just overall, it gives a much more aesthetic look to a race. And like I said, all this other junk, if you crash, it's either going to break or get broken. So the bike looks much more slimmed down right now. In a race, you're not going to need any of that excess stuff on there. So one, it just adds weight, and two, if you get into an accident, now you got to track all that stuff down because it's probably flying off your bike. So now that I've got my bike all set up, I just want to go over a couple things. So just make sure you don't have any thorns in your tires. Make sure your shifting is all nice and tight. And then go over some of the bolts just to make sure that everything's real tight and you're not going to have any problems. So in these crits, you end up accelerating really fast and then braking really hard. So a lot more than so in just like a normal cruise out on the canals or on the roads. So you want to make sure everything's nice and dialed in. I haven't had any problems, so we'll give it a once over. So the shifting's spot on. I haven't had any problems on my little cruising rides. So, and like I said, I went out and tested out the course yesterday, so I about know what kind of gears I'm using, and all of them shift really well. So that's it for the bike. So let's see a couple of the other items that you're going to need to bring. So my kit, I'm actually going to wear to the race. So I got my shorts, I got my bib, I've got my nice socks. And then to the race, I'm actually going to wear sandals. I'm not going to wear my race shoes while I'm there. You'll just end up ruining them. And then it's going to be kind of a chilly morning, so I've got a jacket, and then I've got some running pants that I'm going to wear just to kind of stay warm. And then I'm not going to bring a whole lot, but a couple of the tools that I'm going to bring are just a 4, a 5, and a 6 millimeter Allen. I've got a little spoke wrench, a screwdriver, and some electrical tape if my bar tape ends up whacking out. And then I'll bring my pump. So I didn't pump up my tires the day before because I want to do it the morning of. So before I take off, I'm actually going to put in about 90 psi, and then I'm just going to tag this along just in case I get it flat. But like I said, if you get it flat during the race, your race is done. You don't have enough time to fix it. And then here's my bike bag. I'm just going to throw everything in here that I'm going to bring along. So I'm going to take my shoes. I'll stick those in the bag, and then my helmet. And then I'm still going to bring my saddlebag, so it's got a couple spare items like the spare inner tubes. It's got a tire lever in there, a multi-tool as well. But you probably won't need it. And then all this other junk that I just pulled off the bike, I'm just going to leave it at home. You don't really need it. You won't need it at all during the race. And then I'll bring some water. Keep that along with me. And then I always keep my bike nice and clean, so I wash it about every 100 miles. So I washed it 2 days ago. I just went on the little cruise on yesterday's ride, so it didn't really get dirty. But if you've got like a lot of sweat marks on the top tube here, that you want to get rid of that. And then just check around so you don't have any mud or grit. That's just more weight that you're carrying, and it's just more wear and tear. I might get my chain a little clean right now. I cleaned it yesterday, so it's probably good, but it's always nice to have a fresh bike when you're coming up to the starting line. Maybe add a little bit to the intimidation. People want to be watching out for you. But yeah, super excited. There's not a whole lot more now that I can do in preparation. The morning of, so tomorrow as I'm getting ready for the race, I'll show what I'm doing. I'll just have a small breakfast, get kitted up. I'll probably do maybe a 15 or 20 minute ride with just one, maybe two little sprints. And what that does is just warm up your muscles. It really opens up your legs. So you can't just go straight to a bike race right out of bed, right? So you need to warm your body up, get the blood flowing to really get that high end fitness out of you. I can do 40, 50, 100 miles. So I'm not really worried about running out of energy by doing maybe a 20-minute warm-up and then a half-hour race. I'm not going to run out of energy. Like I said, I'm going to have a good breakfast. I'm not going to eat anything during the race. I won't need it. But that's for tomorrow's vlog, so it should be a lot of fun. So tomorrow's my first race, so wish me luck. Hope you enjoyed the ride. Be safe.